Okay, so when this was requested, with a title like this, "Oh Bondage, Up Yours" by X-Ray Spex, I said I gotta listen to it. I mean, my God. So I did some reactions to La Tigre, and I did some to Bikini Kill and stuff like that, and people, said, what about this one? So I said, like I said, I can't pass it up. So let's get into it, talk about it after 3.5 minutes here, and I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Some people think little girls should be seen and not heard, but I think, oh, Bondage, up yours! 1, 2, 3, 4!
My goodness, it's over. All right, so X-Ray Spex, Oh Bondage, Up Yours. The video was 3.5 minutes, but the song I think is over at 2:50. Anyway, my goodness, this song, holy frig, holy moly, that song, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes basically of just unapologetic punk rock. This is what I feel like, punk is all about. This is the essence of punk rock. And coming into this, because I've never heard of, obviously the song, but I've never heard of X-Ray Spex. But again, a great title for a band, a great song name as well. I was just grabbed, captivated even. And searching them up, I see that the lead singer here, Polystyrene, I think is how you say it. Polystyrene, who of course has passed away 2011. She died of breast cancer, I think it was, which, so, that's sad to find out now. But obviously, she was, she was very fierce and very ferocious and just so fiery. And my God, I see that apparently she was influenced by the Pistols. She went to a Sex Pistols show, which I would imagine probably 76, 77, because this song came out in 77. And then, the Pistols behind me there. But, obviously, I would imagine she was influenced by other punk bands and such. Just, I don't know, you could just feel her fire and just feel the pent-up emotion she had. It felt like she had this all inside of her for a long time. And then she finally just screamed it all out. Because you think about, and again, if I want to talk about the Pistols themselves, Johnny Rotten is no, Freddie Mercury or something on the mic, or no Axl Rose. He's not hitting 4 octaves or 5 octaves, whatever. But that's not what, punk rock is about. That's not what, that's not how Joey Ramone or Johnny Rotten or Joe Strummer, that's not how they sang. It was more just about, obviously, the message they had, just, I don't know, just the ferociousness they would have in their voice and just how fed up they sounded and how angry and frustrated they sounded. And here, Polly is no different, especially when she's hitting those high notes, when she's saying, oh bondage, up yours. It's just so, she's so fiery and just sounds like a bullet. She's just coming at you so lightning quick, and just, I'm just, taken aback. It's just so much to take in. And how she starts off the song too with the intro. She has a little laugh when she starts off the song. It's like a second or two, and she laughs. And it's just like, oh, I feel, right then I was just like, she's about to go off. And I mean, I'm taking a lot from the laugh, but yeah, that's just what I felt. She's about to just go off, and there's going to be some tongue in cheek as well, because she sounds kind of sarcastic. It's a sarcastic kind of laugh, or almost like she's laughing at who she's going after here in the song. So anyway, she says, with the first line here, pretty much explains everything. Some people think little girls should be seen and not heard, but I think, oh bondage, up yours. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, the 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of reminds me of a Dee Ramone or something, which again, I would not be surprised if she took something from the Ramones, because who the hell hasn't? Who hasn't been influenced by the Ramones, for God's sakes? But anyway, so yeah, that's this whole, talking intro that she had. Said everything. I mean, my God. And with the way she screamed, the way she was talking and then screamed, oh, bondage, up yours. It's just like, holy shit, she's going off. And I love how in the whole song, because again, these lyrics, I guess I'll just talk, I don't know where to start. I guess I'll talk about the lyrics. Why not? Right off the bat. So with the first verse, bind me, tie me, chain me to the wall. I want to be a slave to you all. And it seems like, obviously, there's some double entendre going here, and there's some tongue-in-cheek. She's being sarcastic. I don't think she wants to be tied up to a wall, unless she is going into the sexual act of, bondage and such, of being tied up, which is obviously what that's all about. I've never taken part in any of that, but it sounds like a time. But yeah, just being tied up, and I guess that's kind of the metaphor, or whatever you want to call it, a simile, or whatever the word is, talking about being tied up, kind of like women are, I guess, if you want to go that way, because this feels like a women empowerment song, an anthem for women, but at the same time, I feel like, too, she's talking about consuming, she goes on to talk about consume and such. I feel like we're talking about capitalism, talking about consumerism, talking about being chained up, and talking about money and all this stuff, and just kind of being, shoving, I don't know, products down our throats, something like that. And again, this was 1977, so obviously, and I think about how in the Sex Pistols, Anarchy in the UK, you talk about how Johnny says, your future dream is a shopping scheme. And I mean, that's kind of what has happened. So I feel like that's another thing here, kind of the same kind of parallel there of, just consume, and be chained up and, be tied up, whatever, and just, accept it. But again, I know she's talking about really, this is kind of for the girls. But I get that feeling too, where she's kind of talking to everybody, but especially women, I guess you want to say. And again, this is what punk's all about. Talking for your gender, talking for your race, your heritage, whatever the hell it is. Speaking up for what you believe in, and speaking up for what you find wrong in the world. Again, that's what the punk is all about. And again, Polly is really going off here. And I'm not going to be the one to tell her no or disagree with her. Holy shit. So then again, we go into like the second verse. And obviously here, chain store, chain smoke, I consume you all, chain gang, chain mail, chain mail. I don't think at all. So again, just the emphasis on the word chain, again, being chained up, and again, talking about how that happens in bondage, and talking about how that happens, as a metaphor or whatever for life and for women or whatever. And and again, there's that sarcasm. I don't think at all. Again, I'm just a woman. I'm just a little girl. I shouldn't be heard, or I shouldn't even really be seen from either. Again, I just love how she's going about this. And then the chorus again, she's just going off and just so fiery and just sounds so good. Again, she might not have the best voice or whatever the hell to some people, but again, she's so fiery and she's just so loud and, unapologetically herself. It's just great. Then we go into the third verse here. Thrash me, I should say. Crash me, beat me till I fall. I want to be a victim for you all. Again, I just love how she's going about this. It's so sarcastic, so unserious in a way. And just saying, throw me around, beat me till I fall. I want to be a victim for you all. I'm a woman, throw me around. What the hell? It's just like, my God. And I talk about Polly so much, and I mean, rightfully so. But I haven't even goddamn mentioned the saxophone here. Because I don't think I've ever heard a punk song with a sax on it, let alone a saxophone solo. My God. And here as well, so Polly Styrene, apparently her real name, Marianne Elliott Sett. So I love how they have the stage names here. Lora Logic was on saxophone, real name Susan Whitby. So Lora Logic comes in, and apparently she was only 16 years old on this recording. And I know Polly was like 19, 20 or whatever. But again, 16. I mean, that's young. And young to have that talent on the saxophone. I mean, I talk about so much with Polly. And I feel like maybe because Polly's, 3 years older than Lora was here. Maybe Lora was kind of, didn't want to overshadow Polly or whatever. But obviously she had her sax solo in there. She just sounded so good next to her. So groovy. I just loved her sound, her style. And again, I've never heard a saxophone on a friggin' punk song, so it just sounded so new and so different to me, and it just sounded great. Anyway, and also to talk about Jack Airport, which I like that name, real name, Jack Stafford, on guitar here, and obviously a screeching guitar, just to go along with the sound and the style that's going on here, that rebellious kind of sound. And Paul Dean on bass and BP Herding on drums. And I from what I've learned, I guess, Lora was not, in the band or whatever, but I guess, somebody, a producer or something that I saw here on Wikipedia, apparently somebody said, we need another girl in the band. So then they got Lora to go on saxophone, and obviously she sounded like she fit right the frig in. And just, again, I can't believe, the saxophone. I did not expect that. I didn't. And it just sounded great. So this song was just, just took me by surprise. I mean, my God, it was just so stunning. And I just love how she melded, bondage and consumerism together. Because again, putting bondage in a song title, people are going to be like, what the hell? And again, that's what I was kind of like, I'm intrigued. So I love how she took that, talking about bondage and consumerism and capitalism and money and how people just feel bogged down by all of that stuff. And how, it kind of symbolizes being bondage, being tied up, being chained up. I mean, my God. And feeling like you can't do anything about it. But I just love how she did that, took the two and put them together, and obviously created such a great, classic punk rock song here. I do see also in Song Facts, it says the song didn't chart, but it is considered a classic song of the punk rock era. And again, obviously, by the views and such, even though it didn't chart, or maybe, X-Ray Spex isn't known as well as it should be known, this song a lot of people do know. And obviously the message speaks for itself. And I mean, there's just no one that could sound like Polly at this point in 77. She was just so fed up, you could tell. And I liked that a lot. So anyway, and I just love punk rock is probably my favorite genre, going back to high school. So I always love when I hear a song I haven't heard before from that genre. And my God. So anyway, I guess that's all I got to say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff. Really appreciate all the support. And I will talk to you guys again soon.